Hi there, it's Eileen here at the Relationship Whisperer. Thanks for dropping by again. The reason I'm doing this series on will COVID break or be a gift to your relationship, and I'm going through the 9 personalities, is that our greatest challenge is the differences. We partner with someone and then we struggle with those differences between us. And it's really, they have some of the traits that we need for our development or to feel secure, etc. Only we don't realize that we get stuck in the, why are they doing it that way? That doesn't make sense to me. And then it causes a lot of stress between relationships. What I want you to understand is it's time to embrace those differences between you and bring those values in and step into the middle ground of creating a happy relationship where you're comfortable with each other, where you have fun together again, and where you can grow. That's the biggest thing about relationships. They're your biggest opportunity to grow. And how you do that is by understanding and being conscious of how you're reacting to other people. How are you talking to them? What are you saying to them and how you're saying it? And so today I'm going to give you a little insights. In the previous ones, I gave you some background on the Enneagram personalities and why they are so valuable in relationships. They are very specific, the patterns of behavior for each of the 9 personalities, and it is research data since the 1700s. So let's talk about the 2 supporters today. They are the givers, they are the connectors, the supporters, the people who reach out to others, who bring people together. Even in normal life, before this happened, they respond to other people. They have a need to be needed. They are the person that you call on when you need help, and you can always count on them, and that they're always going to be there for you. They're going to be a cheerleader for you. They're going to be positive. They're great nurturers and take care of people. And in their love relationships, that's the role they also play, is to be the nurturer and caregiver of the relationship. In these extraordinary times, well, even in before these times, as I mentioned, they can give and give and give and overgive until they deplete themselves. And they're not even aware of that as they're doing it, because giving is so natural to them. It is how they feel valued. It's what fills them up, is the giving. And there's always another side. There's a plus side and there's always a challenging side to everything. Overgiving can deplete them. And so in this time, they're going to feel a lot of stress. They're going to be wondering how people are getting along. They're going to be worrying about people, and so making phone calls and connecting and bringing family together. Now, of course, other personalities also do this. With the 2 supporter, what's different is they extend beyond even their energy. What's important for the 2 supporters is that you start looking after your own needs as well. So as a partner, as you see this happening, as you see them, looking after and going and caring and checking in and making sure you're okay, all their energy is outgoing, outgoing, outgoing. Maybe you can say something to them like, I love your generous heart, and that you're looking after everyone else. And you need to look after yourself too. How about sitting down? Let me bring you a glass of wine, or, have a rest. When they get that you are lovingly nurturing and caring for them, that will feel loving. The other part of that is supporters like to give, and sometimes they're not very good at receiving. So you'll hear things like, oh, no, I'm good. No, I'm fine. That's okay. It almost feels uncomfortable for the 2 to receive, because they played the giving role for so very long. But supporters, allow others to give as well. Receive. Allow them to be the giver. That's the balance in the relationships, when you allow the other person. And it's also the growth pattern, because we get stuck in these, and I'll tell you, 2 supporters, as I'm watching women age and they get into their 70s, I see a lot of 2 supporters that are very resentful and believe that people, they're always playing the giving role, and yet they're not conscious that they set up that pattern. We all set up our own patterns, right? So here's a couple things, supporters, that you can do for yourself. When you're feeling that, beginning to feel that depletion, and you may not feel it till you're absolutely exhausted, that's the time to say, I need some time for me. I'm going to regenerate, because when I am full of energy and when I'm full, my heart is full again, I can help other people, many more of them and much more. So equal to helping other people, I'm going to start looking after my own needs as well. Breath work. When you feel that urge to launch in, maybe even when people don't really even need your help, you can do things, you can ask permission and say, are you open to some suggestions? Here's something I've noticed, or you might try this. And then step back and allow other people to take charge of their own lives, to do it their way. That's the biggest part, and that's the biggest gift you can give other people. If you're open to some suggestions, here you go, and then let go of outcome. When you start looking after yourself and setting boundaries around your own time, there may be some guilt coming up. It always doesn't feel great in the beginning when we're changing these patterns, and when we start taking time for ourselves, or saying, I'm sorry I'm unable to help you today, we could do that tomorrow, or I could get together with you tomorrow. That's where the real growth comes. For partners as supporters, become more aware, tune in with them, tell them that, you know what, honey, I'm seeing you getting stressed. You're over, there's a lot of responsibility you're taking on. How can I help you to help? Maybe that's where you step into the middle ground. Where can I help you to help? These are just part of a bigger program that I've got, an online program called Get Love the Way You Need. It's a really reasonable price right now. It's got a lot of information. It's a relationship program. And I would love for you in this time to really work on your relationship and get the skills and tools to get love the way you need. Tomorrow I am going to be talking about the 3 achievers and how we can support and love them through this crisis, so that the time together is a gift. And also, if you go to my website, eileenhead.com, I offer free calls and a personality test. So lots of free resources for you. Take care of yourself, and let's get through this with love and support for all of us and for each other. Bye for now. See you tomorrow.